Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Azim bin Abdul Malik. I'm from 3S ECV and my PSM title is Game-Based Learning Using Extended Reality for Primary School Mathematics, supervised by Dr. Ajune Wanis, binti Ismail. This is the slide overview. In this slide, we will have introduction, literature review, project methodology, expected results, and conclusion. Chapter 1, Introduction. The problem background for this project is mathematics skills among students in Malaysia are severely lacking because in the Trends of International Mathematics and Science Study, TIMSS 2015, as well as Programs for International Students Assessment, PISA 2015, is average, which we can deduce that Malaysian students does not have the fundamental knowledge of mathematics required to continue forward. It is proposed that a better engagement between students and teachers is severely needed. Standard way of teaching has become less interesting currently for modern students as they are more accustomed towards the usage of technology in their daily lives. Based on the problem statement before, the aim of this project is to develop a game-based learning using extended reality for primary school mathematics to tackle the mathematics issue among Malaysian students. There are three objectives that is needed to be tackled throughout the project. The first objective is to investigate the existing game-based learning application for learning mathematics and to investigate XR technology. The second objective is to design the XR user interface as well as the game-based learning interface. And the last objective is to develop the game-based learning with XR for learning mathematics. The project scope is as stated below, where the scope of this project is focused on developing an application that utilizes game-based learning using extended reality for primary school mathematics. The application is targeted for the usage of students from 7 to 12 years old, meaning primary school, where relevant mathematics topic will be considered. The application will be developed for smartphone, specifically for Android. The application can be accessed by single user, and the XR technology in this project will allow toggle switching between virtual reality and augmented reality in one application. The application is going to be touch-based, and the development of the application will be done using Unity 3D game engine. The project development is restricted to an individual and is not meant to be a new syllabus implemented in school settings. Chapter 2, Literature Review. Extended reality is not a new technology, but more like an umbrella term to include all realities into one, meaning that virtual reality and augmented reality can be accessed in one application through extended reality. It is introduced because of its flexibility of changing in between both modes. Virtual reality simulates the real world by using computer technology to create a simulation environment. The access of VR currently is almost instantaneous and affordable with invention of more advanced devices. Nowadays, the devices are now also much lighter and much compact. Since the introduction of VR before, VR has been widely accepted by people and by industries. Usage of VR in various fields has transformed the importance of VR amongst corporate companies. Some of the major industry that uses VR currently are medical fields and automotive industries. As can be seen on the slide, VR application in medical and automotive is now being utilized. In medical fields, VR is used to provide a training scheme for newly acquired resident doctors and novice doctors. In the training scheme, it also includes fracture anatomy comprehension, improvement of clinical skills knowledge, knowledge of patient safety, ethical concerns, and financial constraints. On the other hand, for automotive industries, VR is mainly used for research and development of building a vehicle, as well as making a virtual reality auto showroom, which has reduced the usage of costs greatly. Next is augmented reality. Augmented reality differs from virtual reality in which augmented reality does not create a simulated world, but more like augments the simulated object onto the real world. It is fundamentally the same with VR, except that it is more interactable, and AR is now purposed to make a better daily tasks and performances by helping users to augmented objects in an interactive way. AR application is now widely used in games, tourism, and medical. As for games, it is becoming more popular since the introduction of Pokemon Go. And as for tourism, now they are using markerless AR, where the computation for data is done based on sensors, to provide an extra enhancement in enjoying the tour. As for in medical, the AR provide depiction of veins and blood vessels in helping doctors during surgical. We are now moving on to the next part of literature review, which is game-based learning. In this slide, it is shown the difference of game-based learning and gamification. Game-based learning utilize a made game, to achieve a learning outcomes. The game includes an actual gameplay in an actual game, and game-based learning is purposed to help in learning and increase effectiveness of learning. And game-based learning provides problem solving and critical thinking. As for gamification, gamification is not a real game. It is more towards utilizing game elements in a real world settings during activities. Activities are done in the real world with elements of game such as reward system is extracted to improve students' interactability. This is to motivate and cause sense of purpose in executing the given activity. Sense of responsibility is created through the reward system. Here are one of the current existing game-based learning, which is Prodigy Mathematics and Math Builder. Prodigy Mathematics utilizes mathematics with a line curriculum of United Kingdoms, United States, India, Canada, and Australia, while Math Builder utilizes AR in learning math to incorporate better students' engagement between other students and teachers. This is the report from TIMSS 2019 Malaysia. As can be seen, since 1999, our joining in TIMSS, our average score has been gradually decreasing, even though there are slight increases in between 2011 and 2015. It is now decreased back in 2019. This justifies the fact that Malaysian students are weak in fundamental mathematics. Chapter 3, Project Methodology. Project methodology can be divided into 3 compartments. The first compartment is fulfilling the first objective. The second one is to fulfill second objective, and the third part is to fulfill the third objective. The first part has already been fulfilled when we analyze XR technology and the existing game-based learning and educational games for primary mathematics learning. Now, we are going to complete Objective 2 and Objective 3, in which Objective 2 is going to be designing the game-based learning system, as well as designing the XR space to be incorporated later in Objective 3. Objective 3 is basically developing the game and integrating both systems to achieve the aim of the project. After that, we are going to evaluate the system. Chapter 4, Expected Result of the project. As can be seen on the slide, these are the depictions of what the game-based learning application is going to be. We have a start menu, a storyline, a possible gameplay, quiz section, VR mode and AR mode, that is the one incorporating the extended reality technology, game pause and progress tracker for students to track their progress. Chapter 5, Conclusion. Planning for PSM2. In PSM2, the completion of the remaining project methodology should be done completely and accordingly. In Phase 2, where the design of game-based learning and XR is implemented, should also be done accordance to the methodology stated. After the completion of Phase 2, Phase 3 should be done, in which the development and integration of both parts is combined to achieve the aim of the project. That is all for my presentation of PSM1. Thank you.